with a hard task on her hands. Nishida Yuka faces her teammate and world champion Nakamura Misato. And although Nishida is the one at the top of the tree on the world ranking list, it's Nakamura who's won the last world championship. So exactly the same as the two before them.
Yep,
neck and neck. Here we go again. This is battle number 10. Nishida in the white judo gear, Nakamura in blue.
Just Sheldon, looking at this, don't you think that the new rules around, or the leg grab thing, has assisted the Japanese in terms of their style of judo?
Yeah, there's not as much. First of all, they have to be more upright.
That's right.
Everybody looks more upright.
Yes.
As a result of being upright, you're closer to your opponent, and the percentage, the chances for throwing when you're upright have increased. So if you have an upright style of throwing, that's your game.
Sure. But if you look at the Japanese in the last few years, this rule has assisted them, because I think they have a wider variety of technique, and
no, it's
a bit of a renaissance, really.
It's very true, and the other thing that I would add to that is we should all be doing stand-up, nice upright judo. And I'm not saying we should be doing a Japanese style.
No.
What's happened is, because they did that nice upright style, they've benefited.
Correct.
Because I don't think for a minute, and I'm sure Marius Visa would be okay with me saying it, I don't think for a minute that he made a rule that would benefit Japan.
No. It's a benefit to judo. I just think
he wanted to do something for judo.
I think this is a consequence that you have. I guess if you have more multi-dimension, whatever the word is, level of judo, as opposed to one-dimensional.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I used to referee the Georgians when the rule first came in, and they'd go to grab the leg and say, "No, I can't do that," but they had nothing else.
Nothing else left. Yeah. Well, that's changed, and the Mongolians as well.
But it didn't take them long to adapt. Yeah.
There are, and the funny thing is that you can see the ones that were taught judo now.
Yes.
They've seamlessly moved from one, like Mongolians.
Yep.
They've moved seamlessly from having been accused of being bear huggers and leg grabbers,
correct,
right, to saying, okay, I'm going to do this one instead, because I can do this too.
Sure.
But it was just easier for me to do the other one.
That also applies to the Georgians and Ukraine and the Russians.
Yeah, they're coming round, yeah. We're looking at this record for Sobirov. The last time that he lost, well, we need to go to another page. It's been so long. He was beaten at the Grand Slam final in Rio 2 years ago by Hiroaki Hirooka of Japan. And that was probably a one-off too. There wasn't that many. He's had a good long run of it, but Galstian has brought it to an end. Hey, just sharpen him up a little bit, won't it? You know? We can't win them all.
It might refocus them a bit.
No, can't win them all. Unless your name is Yamashita. He's the only one who's won them all. Tong's coming pretty close, though. We'll see her tomorrow, because we need to go 3 pages to see the last time that she lost. I don't think it was in this millennium. He's proved to be really successful, and we'll see her tomorrow.
Right.
Teddy Rino we won't see. He's one of those fighters who's picked up an injury almost at the last minute. He was coming. He was inscribed, as was Gevri's Eman. She won't be here. Audrey Chermia had already had an injury, so she wasn't going to join us anyway. And then I can't remember who else it was that we lost at the last minute through injury. Priscilla Neto from France. So that's all the French that bowed out. But they were booked, paid for, ready to rock and roll, and unfortunately couldn't make it. I don't think there's anybody just dodging it because they don't feel like it, because this isn't a tournament that your man would allow that to happen. If he hears that, you know, you've qualified for something that was set up specifically to reward you, you know, it's not, you know, this is one that you come to. This is one that you come to.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Jimmy Pedro, who regards this the biggest tournament in the world.
Who Jimmy does?
Yeah.
Because?
Well, because of the,
of
the level,
course. Well,
the
it is.
standard, yeah.
It is.
Not biggest in terms of quantity, obviously,
Yeah,
but in terms
quantity
of...
is there, but it's the quality.
Yeah.
Quality.
But you heard what happened to Jimmy.
No, I didn't. Did they turf him out?
No, well, what happened is he had a fighter on each mat.
Yeah.
And so he was sitting on one mat, and when the mate was called on the other mat, he'd start yelling for that mat.
Oh, yeah, so
Right.
that's not allowed. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
and so and so he was asked to leave.
Yeah.
And of course his complaint was that...
I'm coaching during the mate.
Yes.
But I'm coaching that one.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was... we need to work that one out then. You know, middle seat.
But the thing was, I was talking to him, I said, you might have to shift between. He says, I'm not allowed to do that, I've got to stay in the chair. All right, so... But of course, he's got 3 players here.
Yeah.
2 fighting today and 1 fighting tomorrow. So what's the odds of them being on at the same time?
Exactly, yeah. And it happened.
It happened, yeah.
Fighters today were Marty Malloy and Nick Del Popolo, and they were on at the same time. Marty was down here on 2 and... Well, 1 and... Nick was up on 2. I saw him actually being asked to go. But
the feeling was that yes, our heart is with you, but the rules don't allow it.
It's a similar pattern, isn't it? Nishida, Nakamura, just the warnings that have gone up on the board. It's so tight between both these pairs. Just that single score is going to that's going to separate them at the end.
Probably a bit of strategic refereeing going on here. If you can separate them, do it.
Yeah. Well, this is this is beginning to seep out.
Sure.
I don't think it's going to be in the general public.
I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying that you know that it's going to be tight. So any difference in
Oh dear. He's had to do it. What could he do? Nishida has leveled scores up with 5 seconds to go. He's going to be popular, isn't he?
Yeah. That's not very strategic.
Got no choice. You're just standing there like this, you know. Mm-hmm. But Nishida should shoot herself in the foot here with that kind of tactical error. World champion fighting someone that you know inside out, and you've got to look at the clock and know there's certain things you cannot do, or else you're just going to gift the person a place back into it.
Who was the Polish guy that was fighting earlier?
Adamic. Same thing. I said to his coach, I said, whatever possessed him to do that?
All he had to do was stand there. He didn't have to put another attack in.
Yeah.
Sometimes these players, they just don't...
he looked good today. He threw a few today.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's why I was surprised that he lost it. I mean, he had it won.
That's his head. That's his head. Yeah. Normally, you know where he normally wins? In team events.
Right. Yeah.
He's incredible in team events because he's got a different head.
But he came out today.
He was banging him over.
Banging him over. Yeah.
Yeah. Who did he whack first up? I'm just trying to remember. Hugo Legrand from France.
Yeah.
You know, he spanked him over here, didn't he?
Legrand didn't know what hit him. He had to look at the screen to see what happened.
5 or 6 times on the way out. He stood there looking at it. He said, "What was that?" He attacked him with one thing and ended up throwing him with a Kataguruma. You know that banned technique.
Yes. No, it has not been banned.
It was beautifully executed in the right way. Execute them in the right way, and there's no problem.
As a counter attack or as a combination?
Absolutely, and that was a good combination. Let's see who's going to come up with the deciding score here. Missed Nishida a little bit too far away. She's too tight. She's just so nervy about the whole thing. We've got another Japanese final to come though. Ueno and Tanaka.
And the Mongolia one.
Yep, we were talking about an all-Japanese final between Morishita and Ebinuma, and then the Mongolians came in and sorted it out. They said, nope, there's not going to be another all-Japan final. We're going to have one. We had quite a few emails from some Mongolians saying how pleased they were to be able to watch an all-Mongolia final at this level as well. There's no getting away from it as well. When we're looking at the under 66 kilo category, nine of the world's top 10 are in there.
Yeah.
So there's no saying, oh, they were lucky, or, you know, it was a good draw or anything. No, that was quality. And we saw it from Sanjasurin in particular. But he's up against his nemesis now, Hashbatar. As he was walking off after Sanjasurin had planted someone, we said that was the Mongolian number 2. Here comes the Mongolian number 1 now. Yeah. Into the last minute, as tight as we expected it would be, but there's the winning score. Yep. In the wrong place for Nakamura, just at the right time for Nishida. Just stepped into the space where Nishida needed her to be and took it. Respectful bow, as you'd expect, and even the handshake. The great thing that you get with Nishida is this incredible beaming smile that you don't normally get from the others.
No.
She's just heart on your sleeve type fighter. See, she just steps forward thinking about her own attack when Nishida is coming in for her own.
Yep.
And Nakamura goes over. Wants to go left side.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. But she's already down for the Serenagi.
Great anticipation.
Yeah. Here comes the left foot and whop, over she goes. And now there's an awarding ceremony. And it's the men's under 66